How do you use photography in your job?
So as a college professor and somebody who's in um, visual communication field, um, I use photography most often to kind of market my class. So when students are out either in the field taking photos or in the Hood College broadcasting studio, um, I get photos of them working, um, editing, and then that'll go up on social media, whether it's Instagram, our Facebook page, to kind of let people know what we're doing. Um, but also, photography is a communication tool. It's probably one of I think, the best communication tools that you can have to let people know what you're doing. You know, I think as a society, we're becoming more and more dependent on visuals. People would much rather look at photos or watch a video than read a news article or read on something. So if you look at how businesses are marketing themselves, it's becoming more social media.
How do you see photography being used in jobs that you wouldn't expect?
Um, I think it's really interesting to see how people are using photography in kind of unconventional ways. If you look at even restaurants, how restaurants are marketing themselves, taking food photos. It's kind of a huge thing where people go out to restaurants and they're photographing their foods, before they eat. I do it all the time, but I see restaurants doing that all the time now, taking photos and saying, "Hey, this is what we have this morning. Get down here in the next 20 minutes." Frederick is kind of a bastion of microbreweries. There's, I think, just in Frederick alone, there's 9 of them now. So, to get people out to their businesses, they're using photography to say, "Hey, this is our food truck. This is, the new beer that we have. Here's, a dog sleeping on the floor," to let people know that they're dog friendly. Or here's, a family, with young kids, to let people know that it's a family friendly business. Well, before I was a college professor, I was a photojournalist. So I was a freelance photographer, still am, but I also worked for the Frederick News Post. So that was day to day. Was every day you'd have different things you had to go out and photograph, different events, different people, different businesses, and then as a freelance photographer, it was all kinds of different things. Whether it was photographing art, whether it was profiles of people, different locations, that people can go to. And now, as a college professor, in the digital age, and kind of the social media age that we're in, I think the way people are using photography is kind of growing up, maybe morphing, changing a little bit, maturing. When Facebook and Instagram first came out, it was more people were using it, just individuals. "Hey, look at me, I'm taking a selfie," whatever. But kind of the point that I try and get across to my students is that it's a great marketing tool. It's a great way for you to advertise your business on a instant, kind of level. It doesn't have to be like, "Oh, we're going to create a marketing campaign to go out this Friday." No, you're creating a marketing campaign that's going to go out in 10 minutes. So I think that's, as far as how students should prepare themselves, it's completely different.
You think it's good?
I think it is. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just different. It's evolving. The way people are marketing themselves, advertising themselves, whether you're a wedding photographer or a portrait photographer, or you're, a clothing store downtown, or whatever it may be. The way that you're marketing yourself and advertising yourself is completely different now.